Before we start this video, do like and subscribe to our channel and not miss on any updates.
Hello dear students, most of you remember just a few days ago I came out with a syllabus update video, May 25, what are the syllabus updates, and I explained financial policy, advanced capital budgeting, security valuation, mutual funds, interest rate risk management. There are some minor changes. Okay, and I also said if there is any subsequent update, I'll get back to you. Now we have a full-fledged update of what are all the changes that are made in the syllabus. Okay, this is also available in ICCA website, and all the details of all changes are there, and I've gone through each of the changes. I want to highlight some of the key changes. Whatever I've discussed in the previous session, I'll just make a passing remark. I'll not discuss that in depth, but I want to highlight what are the key changes. So if you look at the first chapter, financial policy, corporate strategy, there was this top point about external funding requirement, which was a question in business valuation illustration 13. That topic along with theory has been moved to chapter 1. Okay, it is nothing fancy. We have already solved it in the business valuation chapter. It is there in the class already, and I also highlighted that their solution is incorrect and my solution is logically correct and right and all of that. They have come towards my solution. Okay, so please know method followed by me has been recommended by me has been followed by them, and they have made this change. This is a new topic, so hopefully in the upcoming exam this is slightly important, right? That's the first change. Second, advanced capital budgeting decisions. They have made changes in illustration 1 and 2. Okay, then there is some word nominal which they missed out in some discount rate that they added. That is inconsequential, don't bother. Changes in illustration number 1 and 2. What are these changes? In this chapter, I told you also there is this question where they had given depreciation value, and you have to compute nominal cash flows and from real cash flow, and basically real cash flow you have to account for inflation and all of that. But what had happened was a lot of people were also computing inflation impact on depreciation. Now, how will that be there? So the question was improperly framed, and a lot of students had raised this query on my forums, on our app and website, and I told them also, okay, this is an incorrect question and we should not do it that way. Same way, now they have come to what I have highlighted. So they have removed this salvage value, depreciation and all of that they have removed, and they have just given directly without inflation cash flows. Okay, this is the right way to solve. This is the first change. Second change what they have done is in second illustration. In this illustration also something very, very similar, some minor correction, nothing fancy. There is no change in the solution. In fact, I think it is a totaling mistake something. Okay, some minor change here. So this number, one of these numbers was incorrectly multiplied and all of that. Very, very minor correction. Don't bother. Okay, it's a fourth decimal or third decimal correction. Don't bother. But so there is no change in this particular chapter other than these two aspects. Then security analysis. Some formatting changes have been carried out in this para. This is very, very basic. Don't bother about it. Nothing has happened. Some alignment and all of that. Security valuation. Yield curve topic has been revised. So they have made some changes in yield curve. The concept remains the same. The example that they have used, they have changed. I'll show you. Of course, they have also made this change. By the way, US GAAP the cash flow from operations will be different, which I highlighted. And this is a change that they have made. I have sent a mail to Dr. Rajkumar Adukya, and he, I showed you the mail also in my previous video and all of that. This change has happened. In addition to that, they made one small change here in yield curve. Yeah. So this yield curve delayed discussion, earlier they had given these spot rates arriving from a coupon bond. Now they have changed it to a zero coupon bond. That is actually the right way, because if you remember in class also I told this, you can do this way, you can do that way. All my explanation was actually using a zero coupon bond. So to that way, this also they have moved to what I was doing, and they made some minor changes. There is nothing in this topic that is completely overhauled or nothing. There is kuch bhi nahi hai. There is nothing like that. It is just what is there already in our class, full-fledged class, is absolutely 100% right. You need not bother or worry about it. Okay. All that they have done is some reordering and changing this of arriving at the yield curve using a zero coupon bond instead of using coupon bonds, because that is how it is usually done. Okay. Then, right, some minor corrections have been made to some paragraphs, questions and all that. Somewhere some question mistakes were there, some totaling mistakes were there, things like that. Very, very minor. Please don't bother about all of that. Then portfolio management. Here, there is one question that they have made a change. Yeah, this question, gold, silver, bronze, GOI bonds. And when I was solving the class also, I told you that this particular question they have done in a very, very haphazard manner. Government of India bonds also did not treat it as risk-free security, whereas I was treating it as risk-free security, and I got an answer. Now they have clarified that Government of India bonds also can be treated as risk-free security, and then you can compute the rest of the data. So this, they have given an alternative solution. This solution also I will be updating, because whatever I have done is right, but they've also given an alternative solution that I'm going to add into the syllabus, so please don't worry about it. Okay, this is the only small change in portfolio management chapter, nothing fancy beyond that. Then mutual fund chapter, they've removed a question number 10, no problem. Derivatives, they have made some corrections, and here also the corrections are actually in the Black-Scholes formula, where in the entire computation somewhere they have forgotten to, in the formula they have forgotten to multiply ND1. Okay, so they now added that ND1, that's all. Like that they made some minor, very minor corrections where mistakes were there. When in whatever I have solved in class is 100% right. Their answers are also right in the old material, new material also answers are right. The only change is somewhere some printing mistake, some small term has been missed out and all that, they have made corrections, so nothing major there. Then foreign exchange risk management exposure. Here please note some printing mistakes happened where they had actually done one question where they said exchange rate was I think 64.68 by 72, right? 68 by 72 means 68 is bid, 72 is asked. It got misprinted as 72 by 68. Okay, so that they have corrected. Then one more question where they have given an alternative solution where they said interest can be computed for early delivery, money received and all of that. Again, very simple. There is nothing fancy. We have already considered all of that in class, so which is why I am not going to detail anything about that. Wherever there is something that is important, I am detailing, otherwise I am not. Then IFM, heading of table has been changed. This was it was called cash flow as the heading. Ideally it should have been free cash flow to firm, so they made that change, so nothing major. Then interest rate risk management, here as I said, instead of LIBOR they have now put everywhere SOFR, SONIA, TONAR and all that. So our lectures, everywhere we have used LIBOR because all the past questions have been LIBOR. Those questions I will be correcting very soon and also the notes I will be correcting very soon. But going forward, please expect in exam, SONIA, SOFR, TONAR, those questions will come instead of LIBOR. Okay, other than that there is nothing else. They have made that change, and wherever that word LIBOR was appearing, they have changed it. Of course, they have explained what is LIBOR and all that, but in questions wherever LIBOR was appearing, they have changed that. Then finally, business valuation. Some corrections have been carried out in question 16 and illustration 4. This also nothing much. This is this cost and engineering question, nothing much. So I'll tell you what was the error also. Okay, it took me quite some time to figure out what the hell was the error. The product generates net operating profit after tax. Here they had given revenue in the previous syllabus. Okay, instead of calling it as NOPAT, they have given it as revenue. Okay, that's all. Some very minor change. Whereas the problem was solved as NOPAT. Okay, so very minor changes. So if any of you, and of course last they said LIBOR, SONIA, SOFR and all of that. So if you have previous content or anything of any faculty, please don't bother about all these changes. Everything is already covered. For every faculty, I am telling you, for every faculty all this covered. Don't make this big hangama. No, May 25 amendment, something major has happened. I want latest that, I want every update. Arre kuch nahi hai. There is no change anywhere. Okay, everything is minor corrections, one shuffling here and there, and LIBOR, SONIA, SOFR. That's all. Okay, so this is the overall summary, guys. I'll of course be sharing this PDF also as part of the video. You can go through it, and you can go through each of the problems in my P600 plus and the study material everywhere, everything is proper. If any minor here and there corrections are required, we will anyway be adding that into P600 plus. Okay, okay. So this is the summary, guys. I want all of you to study very well for the May 25 exams, and please do like, share, subscribe to our channel. Please follow me so that I'll give you more updates like this whenever there are. I will tell you what is relevant, what is not relevant, so that you need not waste your time. Okay, chalo, all the very best.